Hey, James here. I'm a producer and a songwriter, and I produced David Crosby's latest record for free. I got such a great response from y'all on my first Logic session breakdown. I decided to do more. I'm emboldened. So here is the second one. I'm going to get into a song that I wrote for the record called The Other Side of Midnight. Let's check it out. Lawnmower. Oh well. So this is The Other Side of Midnight. This is a song on David Crosby's new record for free that I wrote with myself. And I'm super proud of this one because it's entirely a Crosby, Raymond, and Raymond deal. The only musicians on this are myself and David and my daughter Gracie, who sang background. And I thought that was really kind of a cool thing. Just the three of us on this one. So, you know, I had these lyrics written for quite a while. I showed them to Cros, and he asked me what it was about. And when I told him, he didn't want to hear that. And, you know, I don't like to tell people what a song is about because maybe they'll bring their own ideas to it, and it'll have much more meaning if it's not so, you know, cut and dried. But I will say two words. Beautiful vampire. That's all I'm going to say. So, where to start with this? Let's see. This is mostly acoustic guitar and vocals and a very simple drum machine, bass, a couple keyboards. Let's take a listen. Not to that, to this.
I had a dream just the other day. All the stars showed up in a different place. She took my hand as the heavens spun, said nothing starts till the work is done. A faint light.
Yeah, so pretty, you know, simple instrumentation there, I guess you'd say. Let me start with the guitar stuff. It's all virtual guitar synths, I guess you'd call them, plugins. The one I mainly use is this real guitar. Yeah, let's just use that bank. It's loaded. Okay. I really like this one because it gives you that pull-off kind of thing. Well, and you can move the pick around to get... So it informs how you play as far as trying to mimic finger-picking styles. And, I've spent a lot of time with all these different guitar plugins. So I've got that one. I wrote it using this Real Guitar Classic. It's a nice sound. But it wasn't quite jangly enough, so I added this Ilya Efimov acoustic guitar. It also has the really nice little pull-off. Super fun to play. And that wasn't enough to give me what I was going for. So I added this ample guitar, which was kind of the latest one that I got. Same thing, it's got that nice pull-off. fun to play. Even that wasn't enough. Oh, yeah. So this guitar, the first track, is actually just a sample of somebody hitting a guitar thing. I just played in this. And that goes throughout the whole tune. Kind of a McCartney tapping his foot on the floor kind of vibe, I guess. Yeah, it just set the vibe. My man's going off with the gas-powered shit machine. Okay. So aside from those other three, you know, I had to also use this hummingbird guitar. They put it in a weird octave. Also a very nice one. So together, you know, they all kind of sound like this. Oh, let's start at the top here. It's a really great pull-off kind of stuff you can get with all those instruments. So I took, you know, the main track that I did in real guitar in this one and just copied it over to the other ones, I think, for the most part. I might have done a little bit of playing on some of the other ones later in the tune. Yeah, aside from that, there's a bit of nylon guitar at one point just to accentuate a figure. I wanted that line to speak out a little bit, so I used that nylon as well. So a lot of sample guitar stuff going on. My intention was to, you know, replace it with real guitar, but I've been cursed out enough by my guitar player friends to know that I should probably just stick with my programmed one, because it was working. It sounded good, you know, in the track. There's some imperfections, and it's definitely not real guitar, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so that's a guitar thing. At top to bottom, it's mainly acoustic guitar. I'll play a little bit of that segue with everybody in, so you can hear that.
How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me.
So let's see, what else have I got going on there? The well, processing wise on the guitar stuff, it's all pretty straight ahead. A little bit of EQ on the thump. Our kind of metronome thing going on. Melodyne, I'm not sure why I would have had Melodyne on there, except maybe I needed to fix a couple notes. That's just an amazing thing. You can do this even with in Melodyne. You can record stuff polyphonically, and if you clam on a note, you can change that note. Just that one note as a blob. You just drag it to the right place. I use Melodyne a lot for timing. Just get everything kind of feeling right. Yeah, I think on the ample, just a pretty straight ahead compressor and little EQ on the real guitar, kind of rolling off some of those low mids, accentuating the highs, and just a little bit of EQ on the Hummer. Yeah, give a nice sound. The bass, again, is Trillion, my favorite bass plugin. And again, it's the kind of the Hofner one, the Retro 60s. It's kind of my go-to bass, I think, especially on this record. Rolling off a bit of the lows. Doing a little bit of side chain compression with the kick drum. What I did was recorded just kind of a ghost kick track that I could side chain into this EQ. So it's kind of it's ducking the bass to let the kick kind of take over that space. Yeah, the track has to be on for it to work. You'll see on the threshold down here, that's the kick, the ghost kick, telling the bass, hey, get out of the way. I'm working here. That's kind of cool. This is this F6 EQ from Waves. Really like it. Don't quite understand all of it yet. I'm getting there. What else? Let's see. So drum-wise, boy, it's not one drum kit. It's a few different things. It's the bass. I mean, the kick drum is in battery. We're not hearing that because it is over here. That's very kind of a simple kick and battery. I am doing a bit of a trick there. I'm sending it to a bus over here, bus 7, which is this drum enhancement plugin from Melda. So basically, this is kind of giving it a bit of a jazz kick drum flavor added to just my stock. There's a little bit of room on there. I love that plugin. I'm using that also on the snare. The snare is from, Superior Drummer. It's, I guess, a Premier Artist Birch snare that just felt right. And that's kind of the whole drum program. Got a little bit of sock foot on the upbeats. Some nice toms. I think those are... I think that's the same kit, maybe. Yeah, some Ayati. For the tom fills. And I don't know why that tube EQ's disabled. Hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah, just a little bit of a tube EQ thing there. Stock Logic thing. That's kind of the whole drum thing. I introduced some shaker and tambourine later on the outro. One of my favorite little moments is this Ting plugin I use just for like a little click sound. Might be these car keys or something. I just love this plugin. It's just some little doodads. Just in that one spot, it's kind of coming out of the bridge. I'll play the whole bridge for you here real quick.
In one moment, my fate was sealed. The other side of midnight is real. With one touch, I knew the world was right. On the other side of midnight.
Fun. So, gosh, that's about it. There's some keyboard stuff. Basically on that, in the segue, I'll call it, there is this really cool sound I found. It's on Omnisphere. And it's just kind of a vibey synth thing. Duet on tape keys. I'll play a little bit of that. It's just doing like a little setup to bring us into the well, that's a segue. That's actually going into the chorus. But if you hear that with the guitars, and there's kind of a swoosh again on Omnisphere. Human Sea Storm. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's taking the place of like a cymbal roll or something into the, just to give us a little bit of stuff going into there. Really fun. The only other pad that happens is this, another Omnisphere sound. Kajuto. This is from MIDI dissonance libraries. And Steve Tavoloni turned me on to those guys, and wow, there's some cool stuff. And let's see what I have. I'll play a little bit of that just soloed so you can hear it. This is in the bridge. So you can hear that side chaining effect there on that pad. And I'm using this LFO tool, which I just love for that kind of thing. You could get the same effect by putting a compressor on it and side chaining a kick, just doing 4 on the floor to that. But this is, it's an easier way to control it, I find, this LFO tool. I use the snot out of that plugin. And yeah, the only time we hear that pad is there on the bridge, and then again, at the outro. And the reason that is doing that pumping, it just breathes some life into the track, and because now we'll get into the vocals, I'll show you I'm doing the same thing on the background vocals. But I want to talk about some other stuff about the vocals first. So when I was first writing this song, I knew I wanted this big kind of CSN harmony stack on the choruses. And what I did initially to work that out for myself was do it myself with a vocoder. And yeah, I'm looking for it. Vocoder scratch vocal. So yeah, I just worked out the harmonies. It's nothing groundbreaking, really. I'll just play a little bit of it's not pretty, I'll tell you that.
How does the love light shine from so high above?
That's just so I could hear what it sounded like and so I could show Cros and Gracie the parts.
How does the love light shine?
So I would have sang into it, and then I used, this isotope vocal synth. It's one of my go-to kind of vocoder things. And, then it goes into 4-part harmony.
How does the love light shine from so high above?
So ugly, but, had to get the idea down to show the real singers. And so let's go to, a chorus with the money singers in there. This is what that sounds like, just them.
How does the love light shine from so high above?
You can hear the LFO tool working, kind of pumping. You don't notice it so much in the track, except you feel it. Here it is, the whole thing playing.
How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me, how does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me.
So you may have noticed some stuff was flashing on and off here. I had Gracie sing the higher part both times, and Cros had a great idea, it should build more. So let's mute that high harmony the first time through. So you can see me. Oh, I turned them off on the beat. How fun is that?
How does the love light shine?
And then they come back on for the second time.
Tell me, how does the love light shine from so high above?
Yeah. So that would have just been, you can see the mutes, there, and then again on our out segue, or out chorus, muted again. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Other automation stuff, there's not a whole lot. I think at one point on Cros's verse track, which I'll get to the processing on that in a minute, I maybe didn't have the pop screen in the right place, and there was kind of a plosive. So Dan showed me this great trick of just automating the EQ to just jump up just for that moment. Let's see if I can. I think it's on this. You might see it happen. Yeah, let's.
All the stars showed up in a different place.
So it just kind of jumps up for place to get that out of there. Thanks, Daniel, for showing me that trick. For some reason, I think he had me do something with the Q factor. It's going the other way. I don't know why. We'll ask him sometime. My wife, Stacia, my beautiful wife, Stacia. Where's a picture of Stacia? Here's a picture of Stacia. I had this great idea at this one moment in the second verse. Let's see, the lyric is, the music of her voice still filled my ears. And Stacia said, you should have Gracie do something there, like some ooze. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is just brilliant. That is a great idea. So here's that.
Up the sky, the music of her voice still filled my ears, while the red earth consumed my tears.
Fantastic. It's like one of the best parts of the whole thing. This is one of those instances, I don't do it very often, but I've got reverb right on the channel. It was a multi-part vocal. Let's see, somewhere. And then I bounced them just to a stereo thing, so I could do that. A little bit of EQ on there. This really nice free plugin from Slate called Fresh Air, just maxing out the air, and I think I've got a lot of the lows rolled off there on a little API thing. But yeah, it's just a cool moment. Really makes this verse, kind of setting up this last chorus. What else? On Crosby's voice, again, just, a stellar vocal, Crosby. I can't say enough about how good he is. Especially, this isn't a song that he wrote, so I just had a scratch vocal, and it was like, this is kind of the melody, and he just learned it, made it his own, and just gave such a great performance on it. A little bit of melodyne, for tuning, timing, not much. Again, I believe he sang on this mic, the Slate, kind of modeling a 251 into a little bit of a, I thought that was I'm not sure what this is. I thought it was a Neve, but no, it's a British kind of preamp thing. And then just a little, parallel compression at the end of it. Using the Pro Q Fab filter, it's like pretty much my favorite EQ, I think. Just getting out some of the little frequencies I didn't like, accentuating the high stuff. Again, vocal ride. This is just.
I had a dream just the other day. All the stars showed up in a different place. She took my hand as the heavens spun.
It's cheating, yes, but it saves you having to automate a lot of stuff like that. It's a pretty brilliant plugin. It gives you compression without having to use heavy-handed compression. Basically what it does. I use it pretty much on every vocal channel to kind of even stuff out. You have to play a lot with the sensitivity setting and these settings, and boy, there's a lot of stuff to play with. But once you get it dialed in, you can hear everything in the vocal. Sometimes singers get a little softer at the end of phrases, so this just elevates it, and you just hear every nuance of the vocal. Helps tell the story, I think. And it's this little bit of roll off again, get the rumble out of there, and some fresh air on Crosby that's a lot. I don't know if I used that much on the recording, but it sounds good. Crosby had some great harmony vocals. I think these are just doubled. You'll see usually kind of the middle one, I'll pan just 27, 22, somewhere around there. And then the next harmony I might go out a little bit wider. Same up here. I've got this double and the triple, and the low part is out a little bit wider. Same with Gracie's vocals, I think, on the chorus. Yeah, So if you hear just Crosby's vocals on the chorus, let's say, here's that.
How does the love light shine from so high above?
Beautiful. So that's 3 Crosses on each part. Kind of a main one, and then a double and a triple on each part, panned out, and both harmonies are kind of centered up, and then the other ones spread out over the spectrum. Same thing with Grace's vocals.
How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me.
That is the magic of Crosby doubling himself. It's just, what an instrument.
Tell me.
Just that phasing and stuff.
How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's a couple little tricky things, but for the most part, it's just a big major 7th, minor 7th kind of voicing, moving up. I don't know. There's a lot of very retro kind of chords in this song, but yeah, it just pretty stoked with it. Here's that again.
How does the love light shine from so high above?
I love how, Crosby isn't sliding on his notes, but you hear Gracie kind of slide from that top note, and man, it's just sweet.
How does the love light shine from so high?
Ouch. So proud of that girl. She just does that naturally, It's pretty amazing.
How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me. How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me.
Holy crap. What a voice. Yeah, man, I'm so lucky. I get to work with great singers and great artists. Can't tell you. Got a little bit of bus compression on those big stacks. This is a Fabrice Gabriel bus compressor. This may not have been the one we used. I think I may have output these to again, we mixed this one at Sunset, or maybe this one we mixed an Ojai at Brethren, or whatever studios are calling it now. And we may have used, Dan's just got some electronic jewelry compressors that he brings when we mix sometimes, and it may have been going through one of those, but this is giving me that approximation. That is pretty much it. There's just not much more to say about it, so I'll play it out, and thank you for watching. I'm going to do more of these because it's kind of fun. All right. Ciao.
How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me. How does the love light shine from so high above? Tell me.
Rest in peace, Mike Finnegan. I'll miss you, man.